build self-confidence. In all the old myths and fairy tales, the hero is the person who, through the patient mastering of all kinds of obstacles, got to gain the princess and the kingdom. The hero is rewarded because he achieved inner unity, symbolized by the princess, as well as outer standing, symbolized by the kingdom. All heroes are driven by an idea, be it marriage with the king's daughter, be it the realization of some skill or mastership. The marriage, love and sexual fulfillment and the children as the fruit of this union symbolize the élan vital, the life force that animates the hero, his personal power or charisma, as we would say today, his self-confidence, his inner strength. It is the force that builds courage, which in turn conquers fear and leads us to new horizons and achievements. It is our inherent power of renewal. Optimism mixed with a good portion of pride and unfettered self-confidence characterizes, for example, the virtuous tailor in the old German fairy tale. What in fact is self-confidence? Is it faith? And can it be enhanced through creative prayer? The etymology of the word is interesting. Self-confidence means confidence in the self. The self, as teaches Ramana Maharshi, is our guide, our true I am force. Self-confidence, it seems, is not pride, let alone vanity, but simply faith. What myths and fairy tales convey to us is nothing different from the wisdom that the religions teach, to found one's life upon the direction that we receive through the self. Creative prayer is the easiest and most natural way to feed this faith constantly. Faith does not negate our human emotions. In the contrary, it accepts and affirms them. It also accepts our weaknesses, our fears and doubts, knowing that our greatest weakness will be our greatest strength. The faithful person knows that negating the human nature represents a defense and is produced by fear. We could say that faith means to believe that we will win despite our fears and doubts, despite all that seems to be otherwise an obstacle on our way to victory. Faith helps to bring this alchemical process in us about. What is life else than a magic circle? A circle that serves to fulfill certain tasks in order to progress on our evolutionary spiral. Reading fairy tales is revealing. They are highly initiatory and express external truths and wisdom in a beautiful, picturesque language, a language that also children understand because it is non-intellectual and poetic. Fairy tales teach us that all masochistic worldviews and fundamentalist religious opinions are deeply wrong, and that we are right from the beginning in pursuing the desires of our heart. Fairy tales encourage us to work on ourselves in order to increase our strength, self-confidence and courage, since these qualities are highly important to succeed in whatever we want to do. This is the reason why fairy tales are so important for children and adolescents, as Bruno Bettelheim has shown. And they reach the deeper mind of our children much more directly than our ordinary language does, because they are written in the language of poetry, which is the language of the subconscious mind, the language of hypnosis, and the language of children. And it is the language of creative prayer. It is this same language in which our religious texts originally were drafted, be it the Torah, the Bible, the Quran, the Vedas, or other religious scriptures. This language is rich in symbols, simple in semantics and grammar, yet colorful and suggestive. It is the language of the old myths and sagas. When we listen to this language, it sounds organic, simple, and powerful.